Hello everyone. Up till now in the plane table surveying we have seen what is meant by plane table survey, what is the principle of plane table survey, what are the accessories and their functions used for plane table survey, then what are the temporary adjustment before using the plane table directly into the field, mainly in that orientation. When the stations are more than one, then we have to carry out the fourth temporary adjustment, that is orientation. We have seen in that the two methods, back sighting method and magnetic meridian method. Now we will switch over to the next point of plane table surveying, that is what are the field methods of plane table surveying. In all there are four methods of plane table surveying. Radiation method, as you see in the slide, radiation method, intersection method, and traversing method and resection method. Out of these only three are there in your curriculum as per MSBT syllabus is concerned. One by one we will see this method. All these four methods are used in the plane table with the traverse drawn on a sheet for filling the details or for the fresh or new survey work. This method covers both these aspects of surveying with the plane table. So we will switch over to the first method. Radiation method is used when from a single station point all the objects or point to be surveyed are visible. Basically when there are no obstruction, the ground is plain and all the objects are visible from one station point, then only the radiation method is used. In this method we can see here in the picture, the plane table is set up at a particular station and carry out all the temporary adjustment, that is setting up, leveling, centering. No orientation as station is only one. You can see here the 5 ranging rod A, B, C, D and E and your station point P. While carrying out the survey in this method with the alidad, after carrying out temporary adjustment with the alidad, you have to bisect all the station object point from the station and draw the rays as shown in A to P, P to B, P to C, P to D and P to E. All the rays are drawn on a drawing sheet and the measure from and the distance from P to E, A is measured, P to B is measured, P to C is measured. Likewise, and that distance is converted into some scale and that points are plotted on a drawing sheet. So from only one station you can survey the 5 objects. That is your radiation method. Radiation method is mostly very easy method. Orientation is not required as said earlier, and no more skill is required to execute the survey by the radiation method. The next method after radiation is intersection method. This method required setting the table at minimum 2 stations. The stations are more than 1. In this method your measurement of distance with the tape can be eliminated, or you don't need the measurement of distance with the tape, as by the intersection you are going to get the point to be surveyed. As seen in the picture, you can see here the station point. I am just taking one example. Suppose this is your station point P, and from station point P and Q, these two station points are there on your drawing paper. From station P, all the objects as previously A, B, C, D, E are bisected. The flag is shown over here, that is the next station Q. From what you have to do, set up the instrument at station P, carry out all the temporary adjustment, that is setting, leveling and centering, and bisect all the point with the help of alidad, that is A, B, C, D, E. Also bisect the station point Q. Measure the distances of station P to Q, measure the distance of station P to Q, and with some scale mark that distance as a chain line as shown in the triangle. Mark that distance Q on the paper. After that, there is no need to measure A, B, C, D, E distance. We have drawn the rays from point P to A, B, C, D, E. You just shift the instrument to station Q. And the same procedure is repeated. That is, firstly carry out all the temporary adjustment at station Q, and on the station Q you have to carry out the temporary adjustment, that setting up, leveling, centering, and the extra temporary adjustment you have to carry out, that as the stations are more than 2, hence you have to carry out the orientation, that is the line parallel on the ground should be parallel to the paper, that is PQ is already drawn. You keep the alidad touching to line QP at station Q and bisect the ranging rod at P, that is backsighting method. Or otherwise, if you already bisect the node, you have drawn the node direction, you can also able to do with the magnetic meridian method. And from point Q, once again bisect the A, B, C, D, E point. The intersection of point previously drawn rays from P gives you the point of object. That is the intersection method. In the practical, we can see that method in detail, how to execute the practical by the intersection method. Now the third method is the traversing method, the compass traverse survey, which we have carried out in the previous semester. Same way, you have to run the traverse along the building. It may be the polygon or hexagon according to the requirement of the site. And in this method, by selecting stations more than 2, the object is the traverse is run around the building, and the object to be surveyed is plotted on the sheet, as which we have carried out in your plane table surveying. But in this case, by the combination of radiation and intersection method, you have to locate the object. That is the traversing method. The fourth method is resection method, but this is not included in your syllabus, as this method is required when by the very precision you have to establish the station point, then this resection method is used. But we will not talk about this method as it is not included in your syllabus. Same way, 2-point problem and 3-point problem is also related with the plane table surveying. Then next to that, what are the advantages of plane table surveying, as well as we can say merits and demerits of plane table surveying. The main advantage of plane table surveying is that the fieldwork and plotting is carried out simultaneously, hence you can get the check of that particular work on the field itself. So that is main advantage of your plane table surveying. The plotted whatever the plotted details are, second advantage is whatever the plotted details are there, you can compare it in the field. If there are any error, you can correct that error in the field itself. It is suitable for the location of detail as well as contouring for large scale. For drawing the contour map on the field directly, the plane table survey can be used. No greater skill is required, hence it is this is the next advantage of that plane table surveying. It is more rapid and less costly. Hence, this type of survey is used for measurement of the land. As the instruments are simple, no much skill is required. As mentioned, these are the advantages or merits of plane table. Now we will see what are the disadvantages or demerits of plane table surveying. The very first demerit or disadvantage is that the plane table survey is not possible in unfavorable climates such as rain or fog. This method is not very accurate and thus unsuitable for large scale or very precise work. As no field book is maintained, plotting at different scale is required full exercise, that is in the office work. The method requires large amount of time to be spent in the field, so time consuming. The number of accessories required to carry for plane table surveying are too many. If anyone is missed, then you are not able to carry out the plane table surveying. Next is quality of the final map depends largely on the drafting capability of the surveyor, the skill of the surveyor, and lastly this method is effective in relatively open country where station can be sighted easily. These are some merits and demerits of plane table surveying. So friends, today we will complete this chapter with the advantages and disadvantages and types of plane table survey methods. Thank you.